it's MK and I am back with another 14 days of Christmas, and today is day 14 for me. I finally caught up. So what I have is my sticker book, which I have to admit was temporarily lost. I couldn't find it for the life of me, but I did because I really wanted to use this word Christmas. And then I'm not really sure if I'm going to end up using anything else, but I think I want to add to the word Christmas. So I have my puffy stickers. I think just for a couple little things on them, you guys. The titles are a bit too big for what I want to use. I have 2 of my film strips from 49 and Market. These are the last of my brads. Yay! Oh my gosh! I finished something, and then I pulled out, like I always do, all the elements that I think I want on this page. And I did pull those roses that I brought in from yesterday's page into today's. Not sure if it's going to make it, but we will see. So I have 8 photos to work with today. I am going to try to get all 8 of them on a 2-page layout. I have this beautiful stripe. Oh my gosh, it is my favorite. I absolutely love it, and it is from the Christmas Lodge. Also from the Christmas Lodge, I have this green paper, and it is white on the other side. From Rustic Christmas, I have this beautiful black that is kind of a gray on the other side. And then for my photo mats, I did not have enough of this red paper from Rustic Christmas. So I pulled in another piece of my Close to My Heart cranberry paper from way back in the day, just in case I needed it. And then I have 2 white daisy cardstock from Close to My Heart for my base. So I'm going to go and cut down all of my photos and mat them. Then I'm going to try to figure out my background. Now I have to tell you guys, in all honesty, when it comes to double-sided pages or 2-page layouts, I have to, I actually cheat in all honesty, and I research. I do a little bit of research first to see how people are putting down multiple photos. I want to know, because I always feel like I'm doing the same thing when I'm on my own. So I definitely go through and I look at, photo placements, and then also to, how much paper is used in the background and that sort of thing. So I'm absolutely loving, in all honesty, I am absolutely loving that 4x6 class that Allison Davis did, because that is mostly what my photos are, is 4x6. And she did a fabulous job on that. That has been technically for ever since the class came out, that has been my go-to guide for all my 2-page layouts. At least placement guide for my photos. I sometimes do her designs, like this one here is a spin-off of one of her designs. So what I did was I picked a photo placement that is earlier in her book, and then I flipped through for paper guides, because after I got my photo placement, I'm like, well, now I don't have very much room for paper, so what should I do? So I started flipping through and checking out what I did, and then of course I ended up having to do 2 of my own things because they just weren't working out. All right, so I have my photos already down, all of my paper down. Now I did have to bring in another 49 and Market paper because I forgot that I wanted to use my stripes as more like a border for my horizontal photo strip, basically. And so I wanted to accent those photos a little bit more instead of just throwing them on a page. So I definitely pulled out another 49 and Market paper, which I think I have 4 full sheets left when I'm done with this last layout. I think so. And then, like I said, I just pulled out all of all the elements, what I've been dying to play with, what I've been wanting to play with, all that stuff. I have this very skinny word Merry that I wanted to put that just said Merry Christmas. It was way too skinny. I could not even see it on the layout. So ditched that idea. And then I did pull out some Santas just because I have a ton of them. Both of these Simple Stories collections came with red Santas and gray Santas, and I have an abundance of them. I could look like mall Santas if if that comes to it, because of the fact that there is just a Santa on every corner in these collections. A little bit overboard, if you ask me. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking the elements that I definitely wanted to use on the page and throwing them around. I'm checking to see if I like the roses because they are unchristmassy to me. They're a beautiful color. They definitely look good on the layout, but it's like it's unchristmassy to me. They should be poinsettias, but I still end up using them. I tuck them in there, and I really like them. And so then after a while, they will all get glued down, even though they're not very Christmassy. So I'm going to go through and just basically, I like this here. I like that there. Everything on this layout came together so quickly for a 2-page layout. I was impressed. The longest part of this layout was trimming my photos, matting them, of course, distressing all of my edges just to give it a little bit of lift, and then gluing the photos and the background papers down. That's it. These embellishments all filled themselves in. It was almost like, oh, this was meant to go here and that was meant to go there. And look, I think this is perfect here. It was great, you guys. I very rarely make layouts like this anymore. It just seems like some of them are a little bit of work. Like I have an idea of where I want some of the elements to go, but not the rest. And then, this one came together perfect. So for my title, I looked at the red letters and I was going to do Christmas morning. Well, this isn't Christmas morning. This is our Christmas Eve. And Christmas Eve, the kids open a gift. And it always includes, they know exactly what's in it. It always includes pajamas, popcorn, hot chocolates, a movie, and sometimes a game for us to play. Well, as we get older, as my kids get older and they start to learn how to drive, go have their own jobs, get their own lives, games are kind of things that we don't purchase very often anymore because nobody's home to play them. Maybe when we settle down or when Big Sis shows up and we get to have, one of those family days, we pull out a game. But as far as like going out and getting new games every year, that's just a bit too much for us. We settle with our favorite games and that's about it. So the last thing that I'm going to do to add to this layout is all of the black gingham hearts. I thought since I have a big black strip right at the top and don't have that color anywhere else, I'm going to go ahead and bring all those hearts in there. Like I said, I think I used up every single heart in these collections. Like that's unheard of for me. And so I'm super stoked that I was able to do that without too much wincing involved. And that's, that's just me on a personal level. I also too end up using up an entire two entire brad sheets. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I have so little embellishments left from these collections, you guys. It is awesome. I love how much I don't have left. Now I do have a ton of Christmas related layouts left for 2021. So normally by the end of December of the prior year, so I'm working on 2021's Christmas right now, and normally by 2023, because this is 2022, I have all of 2021. So I'm only a year behind. That way I have 2022's photos to work with in 2023 before Christmas of 2023. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense because I just confused myself. But anyways, I do have a lot left. So I probably will end up doing like maybe a Christmas in July or something like that. Because 2021 was big for us. I mean, our albums, our photos, my photos are just massive for some weird reason. So anyways, that was it for my layout. I did enjoy putting this together and how fast everything just fell into place. There was no humming or hawing or any of that stuff. I finally used that weird twiggy thing from 49 and Market. So I love how it just kind of sticks out in that little sprig of florally bits. And I just love it, you guys. So thank you so much for hanging out with me during 14 days of Christmas. Also, Janet Fritz was hanging out with me all month long too, as well as I can't even say a handful. It was a rather large group of ladies that also joined in and played along with Janet and I. So we had a blast. We really did. Now, 14 Days of Christmas actually goes until tomorrow. However, I am starting Baby Got Scraps again. So I will see you guys for Baby Got Scraps tomorrow. We are going to be sorting all of our papers as well. Or no, not tomorrow. I apologize. That's the 31st. Tomorrow's Mixed Media Mayhem. I'm getting my days all confused, you guys. This is what happens when you work in the future. Anyways, so Baby Got Scraps is coming on the last day of 14 Days of Christmas for me. So everybody else will still probably have a video up. I just won't have one up for 14 days is what I'm trying to get at, because we are going to sort our scraps and make 31 piles. I'm excited. Yay. All right. I will check y'all later. Bye.